So, welcome to Boxing Media Hub, sponsored by Falcon Contracting and boxbets.co.uk. And with me now, I've got a personal friend of mine. I've got the co-founder and president of Boxing Malta. I've got Marc James. How you doing, Mark?
How are you, mate? How you doing? Thanks for
I'm
having
good.
me.
No problem
not
at
too
all.
bad. Not too long to see, hey? How are you?
I
How's
know.
Colchester?
Well, you're here.
well, almost, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
kind of.
listen, I'm very fond of Colchester. Like,
Yeah.
you know, uh, I once backed a sergeant in the army, and I got sent to Colchester, so I know very well your town. How's it doing? It seems to have been growing, isn't it?
It's been mad the last few months. To be fair, we've had all sorts of events going on. We're now a town to a city, so everything's changing. But no, it's all good. It's all good. You know, as you say, bit of money in the door, can't go wrong, can you? It's just shame.
But why does it always rain in the United Kingdom? Why does it always rain? Being
I
Mediterranean like us in Malta, it's like even
I
winter.
solely blame you. But no, it is what it is. We try and stay as happy as we can in the current climate, I think, generally. But how you doing, Mark? Is everything good with you?
Yeah, not too bad. Malta's just now done its duty in hosting the European Boxing Union General Assembly here in Malta.
Yeah.
Not many people would know, mate. You would, but not many people know. But being part of the EBU, the European Boxing Union, is the prestige of the title.
Yeah.
It's that first stepping stone before you go on to the bigger titles in the four major sanctioning bodies. But I don't know if you know, Joe, but there's been a change in the president in the EBU. It used to be a bloke called Bob Lodges.
Right.
But now it's a guy called Peter Stutsky, who's a lawyer, and he's let things go with his general secretary, with like the purse bids and keeping champions coming through. And also, I'd like to talk to you about the new title that EBU done. Remind me about that, EBU Silver.
Yep.
And so basically, this president in the EBU seems to be more in my sort of terms, where he wants to explore the health and safety of the fighter. Not during the boxer, mate. We know getting a punch in the head, black eye, bruised nose, fucking lost tooth. Even Mayweather lost a tooth, didn't he?
Yeah.
And he's got, what's his name? He's got it around his neck. But anyway, and that's sort of more in line into my way of thinking, because I can't really compete against the British. The British is too strong. You have numbers upon numbers, and let's be honest, mate, I've only got 12 boxers here in Malta which are professional. I've got loads of amateurs. Talk about amateur, I got as many as you want.
That's your history, isn't it? That's your history. The Maltese people, fantastic amateur pedigree.
We are no, Joe, we're a fantastic boxing pedigree.
Yeah.
But with the federation, I'm the Malta Boxing Association, right? We're the professional side of it. But with the federation, who is irrelevant of the federation being on top of an association, that doesn't matter in my country. It's what we do. The federation, listen, they've had troubles, haven't they? They've been having trouble since 2008, mate. And it's only now that they've sort of regularized themselves, when it was all too late, because IAIBA now is no longer IAIBA, is it? It's IBA now.
Yeah.
And so we are sure that Olympics will take place at this Olympic cycle. We're sure they will take place at the next Olympic cycle. But under IBA, we are sure they will not take place on the third Olympic cycle from now. And that's it. So what we have done here in Malta is we've affiliated ourselves with the WBC amateur program, while still helping out the Malta Boxing Federation, which is the legitimate IAIBA amateur Olympic style boxing, while we are the professionals. We are the BBFC of England, while our friends, are the Malta Boxing Federation, who are the Amateur Boxing Association of England, before they became England Boxing, who they are now.
Yeah. So, but the thing is, you're making all these great connections. I think that's the thing. You've really sort of come in. I know yourself, and you've got a great team over there as well, all linking in, and as you say, linking in with the WBC as well. Of all people, are going to make you that bigger entity, aren't they? You're going to be more recognised being linked in with those guys.
Yeah, well, being more recognised or not being more recognised, what we are two separate committees, and they both have chairmen.
Yeah.
Now, it's a bit hard to juggle in my country. Bearing in mind we're a very small country, okay? It's very hard to juggle between the rights of the promoter, who does things for a financial benefit of investing in a boxing show within a sanctioned organization,
Mm-hmm.
and the amateur and so what we've had to do is we've had to separate the two. So what we do is on one side of the of our business, we have the amateur alliance,
Yeah.
which is the unofficial amateur governing body for Olympic sport. We're not Olympic sport. Our in Malta, our Olympic sport, our Olympic, that's done by the federation. Now they're not recognised by IBA, but they're still recognised by the EUBC, and that's someone that I want to still recognise at the moment as the management committee of Olympic sport of boxing. Why? Because they have not aligned with Mr. Wu. They seem to be aligning with this Dutchman.
Yeah. So there's still a lot of things to be sorted out, would you say, along the line in regards to
Olympic boxing? Yeah.
Yeah. But on the pro scale, because I hear really good things on the
Oh,
pro
mate.
scale coming out of
Mate.
Malta,
Yeah.
it's really hit a boom, hasn't it? And
Yeah.
you're starting to, well, not starting, but it's really coming along now. Pro boxing. You say you haven't got that many pro boxers as such,
No,
but
but what we do have is good promoters like Stephen Vaughan, who's in association with Demi Stonna. What we have is
yeah,
Ace Promotions. What we have is we have countless of promoters. We're all doing little small shows, but we've always been doing these small shows for 12 years, and nobody's saying now that we
yeah,
have Stephen Vaughan and Demi Stonna working together with
yeah,
Fight Zone. Now, for the first time in my country, my boys are being, thanks to the promoter, represented on the internet through just a mobile app.
yeah.
You know,
And this is the future, isn't it? We've seen, as you
yes,
say, you've got Fight Zone, DAZN
yeah,
are now doing their thing as well on the
yeah.
streaming side. It's
Well,
the future, isn't it?
we've only got we've only got broadcasting rights with Fight Zone at the moment.
Yeah, no.
With Dennis
But I
Hobson
mean,
and
as in,
okay, yeah.
in regards to what DAZN have taken on with the streaming side, it's the streaming that seems to be the way forward,
Well,
doesn't
listen,
it?
when you have to spend right, case in point, Joel, my friend, the unification, the undisputed world heavyweight title of the world, something that I personally, and we're on a personal level here, Joel, me and you,
Yeah.
listen, mate, it cost me to take me and my wife to another country to watch my heavyweight champion, the British, against a friend of ours in the Ukraine. Yeah, $6,000, mate. Yeah.
Criminal, isn't it?
Me personally, even though I'm the co-founder and president of the National Boxing Organization in Malta, cannot afford to go to these countries and pay $6,000 just to take me and my wife over. So what Fight Zone does for us is for a small subscription fee that if you pay to watch Maltese boxing, you actually get to watch other better fights than us. Well, I'm really glad for these promoters. I'm really glad.
Yeah. And as we say, boxing for me, 2024 is a massive year for boxing. Massive year. I think we came off sort of the tail end of last year. Boxing was in a really good place. Saudi Arabia have now joined the mix on a big scale, and they're pushing through the fights that people have been craving for. You mentioned one there, Fury Usyk. Obviously, that's one that's, as you say, close to your heart with Usyk being involved. That's going to be a cracking fight in itself, isn't it?
It will, and it was very unfortunate. But listen, things do happen, okay? And
Yeah.
as the footage, whether it was fake or not, but I do have good sources. The champion, the WBC champion, our champion, was wearing a headguard. Was wearing. It was good. It was just an unfortunate, but
It
the
happens.
contract signed,
Yeah.
and as in WBC, we say that if there is an accidental cut during training, during sparring, that the title fight must take place within 28 days, no less.
Yeah.
It took part. We have another date. So it's still on. Just unfortunate. These are things that happen, mate. Listen, I'm not going to let my fighter go in with a fucking injury. No, not a way. No way.
Yeah. And well, to be fair, you'd be mad, wouldn't you? I still think, even though I know they've spoken to a lot of cut men and that sort of thing, that even the date it's been put to now is
It's a bit
very
close,
close.
yeah?
It's
It's
very
very
close
close.
in
It's very
regards
close.
to
But this is a
sparring and
professional
training and
business.
that sort of thing.
Yeah, it is. But a 28-day ban is more than enough for now.
Yeah. But they
Because
said,
it's a
like,
cut. We're not talking about chronic. It's a cut. It's a flesh wound.
but they also
Very
said
bad
where the
flesh wound.
cut was,
Yeah,
it's
well,
not the
we're
worst
boxers,
cut in the
Joe. Come
world, is
on,
it?
we're boxers. Listen,
Yeah.
listen. It impelled his vision because it was just there, mate. You can't let him go in and box.
No,
But you
no.
got to give him 28 days. Now, the team knows. The team knows that 28 days was okay. Should be
Yeah.
longer, but 28 days is okay.
And to be fair, as fight fans like myself and you are,
We need
we just
we
want
need
to
to
see
get
the
it
fight.
done.
We
We
just
need to
want to
get
see
it
it.
done, mate. We need to.
Yeah, exactly.
Heavyweight is the kings of the world, heavyweights,
No,
and
definitely.
we need to get it done because we
We
need
need it.
we need it. We need an undisputed world heavyweight champion just to get the people that are not in boxing into boxing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. Mark, I'm going to lob it at you. Who's got it?
Both my friends.
Oh, we've got a fence sitter. That's fine. That's
Both
fine.
my friends. The
But I
British
totally
boxing got the
understand it.
control of my friends, very close friends of mine, Charlie Giles, and Anna on the Ukrainian side is a very good friend of mine. Make the best man win, Joe. We'll see.
We
Fate,
just want to. We just want to
destiny.
see a great fight. That's
But
all.
somebody's always got to go.
Exactly.
And that's what makes an undisputed championship.
100%. 100%. And Jam has come in and it's opening up the world. He was talking about the streaming side of things with Fight Zone, DAZN, those sort of people coming in, opening up the platform to the world, making it global. And he's also said it could go either way.
It could go. It definitely could go either way. And listen, both fighters are great. What I'm saying is that good luck to both fighters, especially ours on the WBC side, especially ours on the British Boxing Board of Control side. But good luck to both boxers because they are providing the entertainment. The entertainment that the public want is an undisputed World Heavyweight Championship. And we've been waiting too long, but now it's almost there.
Yeah. I think because we were so close, weren't we, in February, and everyone was sort of, yes, everyone had just got their head around the fact it's coming.
I don't know if you do timestamps, Joe. I don't know if you do timestamps, but shit does happen.
Yeah, you're telling me. It definitely does, mate. And yeah, what would be the dream fight Mark would or could make in Malta if given the chance? Literally the best case scenario. What would you have in Malta?
Mike Tyson against Holyfield, and I want him to bite his ear off in Malta.
That'd be a headline, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it just, eh?
Is there any fighters you like now that you would think, and we're talking obviously money is no object here because that's where it sits, isn't it? But if money was no object, who would you have in Malta?
Well, no, it's never about the money. In my case, okay, it's about the health and safety of the fighter.
Yeah,
Always.
yeah,
I am the commissioner for the boxing and sports in Malta, and that is my prime concern is the health and not just during the boxing. During the boxing, it's all written down in rules and regulations. And listen, Mr. Charlie Giles from the British Boxing Board of Control knows that in Malta we are a copy and paste of that same standard that the
yeah.
British have put in place, which is the best standard in the world. It doesn't quite adapt to our culture. That's
Mhm.
why I have 12 fighters, but that is it. But yeah, listen, I'm going to go back to it. I'm going to divert from your question again, Joe, mate. Listen, we're
It's
live,
not
you
a
know.
problem.
I represent a lot of people. Mike Tyson, again, Mike Tyson against Holyfield. I want him to bite his fucking ear off in Malta.
So Jam has come in and said Tyson is fighting again. So that could actually happen, to be honest. I'm sure Holyfield would go in for it as he's still in great shape. And I'll tell you, he bloody
Listen,
is, isn't
get in contact with Stephen Vaughan, mate, and
he?
Dennis Son now. Get it. If you don't have him, Joe, give him my contact number. I'll fucking pass their number on.
Well, honestly, I think I I love Mike Tyson.
Mate. Oh wait, well,
Is he the one for
I
you?
grew up watching him.
Is he the one for you, Mark?
Yeah, yeah, he is. You know, yeah, he's a
You,
fighter, isn't he? He's,
you,
he's, he's
even
hours,
he,
isn't he? He's like WBC hours, isn't he? He's the best.
he was certainly a
Let's not
character.
go. Let's not go to black and white. Let's stay in color television. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. Okay, yeah, yeah.
No,
Yeah. Tyson,
yeah, yeah.
always Tyson. Yeah, yeah.
And
So
Jam
funny.
has said, "I love this guy."
Hey Jam, thank you so much. Listen, thank you.
But Mark, the future's bright for boxing in Malta, and the
I hope
future's
so.
bright in general with boxing. I think when you look at, I don't like saying women's boxing anymore because I just consider it boxing. But I think what they bring to the game, it's fantastic, isn't it? They've really held
Facebook,
themselves and they've been brilliant. So
women's boxing.
I just
Yeah,
think they're all. I think the level and the standard of all boxing is really just. We're back to where we should be.
yeah. Well, okay. How has that happened? That's happened from being locked up for COVID, right?
Yeah,
And listen, I said this not so long ago is that boxing can be practiced in uh, in a cardboard box. So this is what people have done when they've been locked up, especially in my country. And
mhm,
we're liberals, you know. We like to go out. It's give boxing has give them the opportunity to do the sit-ups, press-ups, you know, all that static exercise.
mhm.
When we first opened and then closed, it gave them the opportunity to go and get a bag and get up in their bedroom, not a garage, a fucking bedroom. You
Yeah,
know, they're boxing at the end of their beds here, you know, and that's put a bit more focus, a bit more motivation on everyone, whether we were already involved in the sports or
mhm,
whether we were not involved in the sport. In my case, in Malta, we've seen a surge in memberships because everybody could practice the sport in a cardboard box. You know, all you got to do is shadow box. You know,
yeah,
you're always critiquing yourself. Women boxing, right? Thank you. I'd like to promote the new website on Facebook. It's run by Lindsay. Do you know? She's a good friend of ours in Malta, anyway, and we'll post a link there.
yeah. Of course, yeah,
And basically, this is a great initiative by a person in the United Kingdom called Lindsay. She and she is working almost full time for charity to bring and integrate female boxing and women, because we must use the word women, because
yeah,
if what we're looking for are cuts people, apart from the fighters, Joe, come on, but we're looking for
yeah, yeah,
cuts people, we're looking for coaches,
yeah.
mitts, conditioning, train. So yeah, and this Lindsay, let's put a link on our stream here shortly. Uh, so people can find this Facebook and see how they can contribute. Whether they can just send a couple of people to their courses because they've put a notice in their gym and said, "Listen, Lindsay's doing a course. You want to go?"
Yeah.
You know,
It's just awareness, isn't it?
overall,
Raising awareness.
raising the awareness for them. Yeah, that's exactly it, mate.
No, well, we'll do anything to help that's boxing related here, because at the end of the day, for me, boxing's made a big difference to my life. I know guys, I've spoke to lots of pros and people around the game for 3 years now. I've been doing this 3 years, and there's so many stories that come out saying it's changed my life, it's saved my life. And when you hear that time and time again, you know, at the start you go, oh, that's a nice cliche, that's good. But when you hear it over and over again and the effect it's having on people's lives, it's incredible.
Yes, and this is what we've done. You see, uh, boxing is that much of a beneficial sport that about 7 years ago we introduced it to the schools in Malta, but not on a full-time basis, if you know what I mean. It's not part of the
Yeah.
curriculum, but it's something that you can apply for to do.
Yeah.
In summer when the schools are shut, we called it summer on the move, non-contact boxing.
Right, okay.
And then after school we called it scola sport, so school sports school in Maltese. And what we're doing, we were teaching people how to strike and not get struck without even having the contact. So what basically we eliminated the whole contact. So they do everything but the sparring, to be honest. And that also saw, apart from the surge from getting these people from the schools, the quality. Because yeah, all right, listen, I've said it on our national television, to be able to take a punch and react positively about it, that takes some fucking big balls, mate. Okay?
Yeah.
It takes discipline. Really discipline. To be punched, to be hurt intentionally. You know? I'm not talking, everybody knows how to give a punch and land a punch, but does everybody know how to take it?
Well, this is it.
It reaches that type of personality, especially in my country, that we're really bloody good at. And another sport that we're really good at, this combat sport or this contact sport, so should I say, is rugby. Rugby union. We're bloody great at it. Malta, a little tiny country, 400,000 we are. I got 12 pros, hundreds of amateurs. I got 12 pros. That's a lot.
Yeah.
The football union can't even get half of my people, but they're able to win championships.
Yeah.
They love it. They love it. It's a great sport.
Yeah.
Boxing instills discipline. Listen, you need to get up in the morning. You need to go for your road work. Okay? Then you need to go and earn your bread and your living. After your bread and living, you need to go and collect your sponsors to sponsor you when you're in non-championship level. And then you need to go to the gym. And you need to spend another 2 hours there. That takes some balls, mate. That takes some bloody balls.
Yeah. And Jam has jumped to, he said, boxing is a way of life, not just a sport. It makes lives better in and out of the ring. It's the greatest way of life and keeps people on the straight and narrow. Like you were saying, it gives you that purpose. But at the same time, there's so many life lessons in boxing, you know, not just fitness. It is that
never give up.
Always determination. 100%.
Yeah. Like Joe, I don't know if they know, but I'll tell them. But I started boxing when I was 10. I was an Englishman in a Maltese country. I was a Welshman, by the way. Sorry.
Get it right.
Timestamp.
Welsh.
I was a Welshman in a Maltese community, and I went to secondary school. I was quite big for my age in primary school. I did okay. But as soon as I got to secondary school, when I'm now the small people and the bigger people fighting, I went home, black and blues, and my dad said to me, "What's going on, mate? Where's your money?" Because my dad used to give me some pocket money to play pool and that. I said, they stole it. They did what? Fuck you, I told them. I spent 6 weeks training camp. My dad was in the military police before I was an infantryman in the Welsh Guards. Okay, he taught me proper. He used to have me fucking with the medicine ball over my head, doing high knees, going around. I tell you what, it took
Old
6
school.
weeks. Yeah, I went. I didn't go to school for 6 weeks. When I came out of that training camp, I went back, and the biggest man I hit, and I hit the man after him, because boxing taught me discipline. I can stand up for myself. Life will never knock me down. I will always stand up. Not many sports are like that. You see football, they get hit, they're fucking searching for the yellow card. We get hit, we want to try and get one back. We're fighters.
Put it this way: if you get hit, you either stand your ground or get hit again. So it's up to you, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? I'm training at the moment for a charity fight in March. So, last night, the trainer turned around. He said, "Right, we need to see if you can take a punch." We're at that stage. We're third week in. We're going to see if you can take a punch. So, JJ, a friend of mine, big guy, comes out the door, and he's delivering a body shot to everyone in the line. And you could see these people moving back 4 foot down the line, and he's getting nearer. I could see him grinning at me as we were coming down the line.
And you volunteered for that, yeah?
Yeah. Do you know what? Because, but like you say, it's in the mindset. It's in the mindset. And
what they used to say to us in the army was the mind carries the body.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
Boxing does train the body to carry the mind.
Yeah. So it just fits. It just fits. And for me, there's nothing like boxing training. I might come out of it feeling like half dead, but do you know what? It's the best feeling in the world to know that you've given everything and you can't give anymore. And that's boxing. If you come out of a ring after 12 rounds going, I could do another 12. For me, you haven't done it.
Yeah, listen, I've come out black and blue and I thought, I've done a good job. I'm black and blue. I lost the fight as well. I've broken nose. But yeah, that's it. Yeah, sense of achievement, isn't it? Sense of belonging to something, belonging to a club. Sense of achievement, whether you like it or not, whether you agree with the decision or not, you still fucking got your bollocks and you got up, you trained, you ran, you got up in the ring and you fought.
Yeah, and full respect to anyone. Full respect to anyone that goes between the ropes. So I think that people are so quick to turn around and go, "Oh, he got dropped in round one." Well, you get in there then.
You get in there. You provide me the entertainment. We'll talk then.
Yeah, surrounded by,
if you can last the first 3 rounds,
this
and
is it.
These do 6, 8, 10, and 12 rounds. You get in there, do 3 minutes, do 1 round. We'll soon talk.
Yeah, when you're blowing out your ass.
Of course it is.
But
no matter how much you train for a fight, you still blow out of your ass.
This is it. As you say, it's in here. A sense of true purpose and honour, respect to anyone who gets in that ring, pro or otherwise.
Always. 100%. They are the entertainments. And we are paying the ticket to watch that entertainment. But let's go back and see how these people put weeks of sacrifice. Listen, it doesn't need to be told that Tyson Fury will now put aside his wife and the many kids that he has aside for our entertainment.
Yeah. Usyk missed the birth of his second child
because he was in a training camp.
Yeah. And you think how he would have felt knowing that the fight for February fell through. And yet
listen.
But I mean, he didn't complain. He went again.
Mr. Usyk would know. Shit, timestamp does happen.
But that's what I mean.
He had a head guard. If it's me sparring without a head guard, I'd be like, what?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
But you see what I mean, though. He sacrificed.
It was an elbow.
He sacrificed. Yeah.
It was an elbow. He followed through over his right hand and he came through with his elbow. And Fury was moving. Shit happens, Joe. Come on.
Yeah. But what I will say is they did an interview on another channel with the guy that did it, and he said, "How did the Fury camp? How did they respond to it?" And he turned around and he said, "They just turned around and went, it's all right. It happens. We took every precaution. This happens. We move on. We go again.
We are British. Keep calm and carry on."
It's that famous poster.
It is. Keep calm and carry on.
And if Marc James says it, we got to listen. We got to listen. We'll timestamp that as well.
Timestamp the fucking whole lot.
Just timestamps all the way through the whole video. But
In
honestly,
fact,
Mark,
listen, call me tomorrow. We'll do this again.
but no, honestly, it's been a pleasure having you on. What everything that's happening in Malta, I tap my hats to you, the promoters, the teams, the fighters.
We're the whole team, mate. We're Team Malta. There's promoters,
Exactly.
there's fighters, there's managers, there's chairmen. There's the whole lot of us. We're just a Maltese boxing community. And that's what we are.
And that's the beautiful thing of it. We just look forward to what comes out of it and what you continue to produce over there. And we thank you for it as well, Mark.
Watch this space in the next 5 years, mate. Let's have another chat.
Definitely. You're welcome on any
time. Thanks so much
time,
for having me. And thanks, guys, for watching us. And thanks for communicating with us.
Yeah, no trouble at all. Thank you very much, Mark. And
thanks, Joe. I'll see you soon,
safe
mate.
journey home.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Take care. God bless, mate.
Thank you.